It's official. Prince Andrew has announced that he is giving up all of his royal titles and honors, including Duke of York, after years of controversy over his ties to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Now, the move has marked one of the biggest falls from grace in modern royal history, and it comes as new reports claim that Andrew has tried to obtain personal information about his accuser, Virginia Jeffrey, through his police protection back in 2011. Now, the Metropolitan Police has confirmed that it's now looking into those allegations, while Buckingham Palace has declined to comment. His accuser took her life earlier this year and claimed that she was forced to have sex with Andrew on 3 occasions, including when she was just 17 years old. Virginia's brother has called on King Charles to take things even further to officially strip Andrew of his prince title altogether. Well, Andrew has consistently denied all accusations against him, but the timing could not be more damaging, with her posthumous memoir set to be released next week, promising to shed some new light on one of the most troubling scandals the royal family has ever faced. Let's bring in our British correspondent, Joe Brown, who has been tracking the fallout from this story. Joe, this announcement from Prince Andrew certainly feels huge, especially in the United Kingdom. Do we know if this was really his decision, or was it pressure from the King and Prince William behind the scenes?
Well, in his statement, which was put out on Friday night, which if you put out a statement late on Friday night, you're trying to diminish as much press coverage as possible. They wanted to try and put this under the radar because they know that there is a big storm coming, as you said. There is the posthumous book from Virginia Jeffrey. But one thing that was interesting in that statement is that he said, quote, "In discussion with the King and my immediate and wider family." So this is not something that he wanted to do. This is something that he was pressured to do. The King has always had a fairly non-confrontational approach as a monarch. He's wanted to try and keep family relations as tight as possible, especially in the fallout of Prince Harry. But this likely came from 2 sources, from what I believe. One of them is Prince William. He has said in recent weeks that he wants to try and revamp the monarchy to make it appear more relevant and to move it forward. He's questioned some of the things that they have done that might include perhaps trying to diminish the reputational damage that this scandal has continued to bring on. But also the King's wife, Queen Camilla, she has done a lot of work with victims of sexual assault and sexual violence. And one can imagine that these people will look at this scandal and think, is this genuine? Do you really believe this? So it's possible that she also had an influence on the King, who, as it has been heavily discussed over the last 5 years, the royal family very much wants to protect their image. And this has been the one major albatross that's been hanging over their shoulders.
Right. Well, obviously, we're seeing these new reports about Andrew having attempted to dig up dirt on Jeffrey through his police protection. But how serious are those claims? And ultimately, with her memoir coming out next week, how is the royal family bracing for the renewed attention it could cause?
Well, in regards to the reports that have come out, this actually came from the release of the Epstein files in the US, and it released emails from Prince Andrew in correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein saying this. And the main issue with this is that this came under taxpayer money. He was getting the security, his personal protection officer, to try and dig up the dirt on Virginia Jeffrey, at the time Virginia Roberts. So this is a major issue for the royal family. It's a legal issue. It's an abuse of power. And from what we believe, the protection officer went ahead with this. So if this turns out to be true, it could be a major scandal. As for the posthumous memoir that's coming out, according to reports in the British media, this is just the tip of the iceberg, what we're getting so far. Lots of salacious rumours from this statements, including one that she said that Andrew said that having sex with her was his birthright. So one can only imagine, if this is what's getting released so far, what will happen when the full book is released on Tuesday.